Hey everyone, it's Cory McCarthy and thank you for tuning in. I wanted to talk about something a bit different than training and nutrition in this episode, but certainly something that can benefit your training and also your overall life. Back in July 2017, I did a very comprehensive video on the sad state of affairs for Western men, the cultural threats stacked against them, and plummeting testosterone levels. I encourage all of you to check that video out. I discussed ways that you can resist the opposition that seeks to castrate us, rendering us compliant, weak, dependent, and easy to control. I also discussed how competition and winning have both been shown to boost testosterone levels and perpetuate further success in competition. And for your convenience, I've linked that video below. It is very complementary to this video's subject matter. And the war on men and all that is masculine seems to be ever raging. Even Gillette, the company that sells men's shaving razors, has hitched a ride on the toxic masculinity and the Me Too bandwagon with their recent ad. Go look it up. It's a hot topic right now. Anyhow, my regular viewers should be very much aware that I'm a big proponent on learning how to fight hand-to-hand, as well as learning how to both use and defend against weapons. Well, it came as little surprise to me to discover that men who interacted with a gun for 15 minutes demonstrated an approximately 196% greater increase in testosterone above baseline levels compared to men who interacted with a children's toy for the same amount of time. Furthermore, the men in the gun group demonstrated increased levels of aggression toward other men after handling the weapon. And for the gun aficionados in the audience, apparently the gun used in that study was a Desert Eagle, a beautiful and powerful gun, albeit a bit on the heavy side with a bitch of a recoil. Continuing along, another study has found that healthy karate practitioners who engaged in kumite experienced an approximately 29% greater increase in testosterone above baseline levels compared to those who instead practice kata. That said, both kata and kumite increase testosterone from baseline levels, according to that paper. This implies that even just the act of striking into the air can boost the big T. And for the unaware, kumite in karate is freestyle fighting with a partner, whereas kata are a specific sequence of movements which can be practiced alone. And as you move up in rank, the kata you are required to learn become ever more complex. And among judo practitioners, a positive correlation has been found between higher testosterone levels and engaging in offensive behaviors such as threats, fights, and attacks. And that's in line with the earlier study that I cited involving guns. Thus, it's a symbiotic relationship. Fighting raises your T. Raised T leads to increased aggression, and greater aggression can make you a more savage fighter. Now, to elaborate even further on the topic of combat and testosterone, yet another study has found that men deployed into a war zone, such as Afghanistan in this cohort study, experience significantly increased testosterone levels post-deployment compared to their pre-deployment status. So it appears that going into battle gives you a T-boost, much like fighting has been shown to do. Granted, according to that same paper, going to war can also increase your risk of developing PTSD in the years ahead, and PTSD is clearly not beneficial to your quality of life nor your overall health. So I am not recommending that you enlist to go out and go to war just for the T-kick. Though I won't deny that going to war can be necessary to defend one's people and one's land. Now, to summarize briefly, 1, if you do not know how to fight, you should learn. And don't just learn, but actually apply what you're learning. I am not suggesting that you go out and get into a street fights and kick random people's asses, as that would be illegal. But do engage in freestyle sparring in classes or tournaments to put your training into practice against resisting opponents. That said, don't neglect technique, pad, or bag training either, as it is all beneficial to improving your skill level, and all of it can enhance your testosterone levels too. 2, if it's legal where you live, learn to use a gun and enjoy time at the shooting range. Not only is learning to use firearms a useful skill to possess, but it can also notch up your T levels in the process. And in my opinion, it's a great way to spend quality time with friends, assuming you keep pro-gun company, that is. Now, I could not find any data on testosterone levels from using knives, swords, axes, etc., or even just using power tools like jackhammers, but I would assume that those would also give you a nice boost in the T department. I mean, it would make sense given that both striking and handling guns have a positive impact on testosterone. Anyway, leave your thoughts and comments below, and don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful or interesting. Also subscribe to this channel if you have not already, and press that bell button for notifications, and check back here weekly. All three avenues will help ensure that you don't miss any new content from me. And check out the video description for links to my products and services, as well as my affiliate links such as Amazon, and other ways that you can show your support to me and my channel if you genuinely enjoy and get use from what I provide around here. And that includes an array of my science-based training and nutrition ebooks, which can help you get results like those seen on my clients pictured here. With that, I want to thank you all for watching, I want to thank you all for your support, and I'll see you all again in the next video.